anymore, anymore. Won't you stop your crying, sit down next to me. I know you're dying, dying to be free. But the warden that governs the back of your mind is busy, got you dizzy, working overtime, so you won't have to feel it no more. So you won't have to fear it anymore. But I'm not going back there, said I don't wanna go back there, said I'm not going back there, no, I won't go back there I'm not going back there, said I don't wanna go back there, said I'm not going back there anymore.
Ben, the crowd love it outside. We've got a pile of people outside all together. And they just heard that I'm going to get up and start playing the guitar. Oh no! Sorry. I won't play the guitar. It's Ben staying on. Okay, that's enough of that. Enough of that play acting. As my mum used to say, stop acting stupid. That was just before the slap. The slap hit the head. Stop acting stupid.
Now you're going to tell us all.
Oh,
you were abused as a child.
you think Angela's Ashes was bad?
So you saying a short, sharp shock didn't help you then?
It made me very. My reactions are very good. Still very good. I can get out the way of things, pick things up as they're falling off tables and everything. Right, I'm going to ask you to play us out on another one, because we're going to do a cover this time, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's 28 minutes to go, so in about another 20 minutes, we've got a few more things to do.
Oh, cool.
Before.
Cool. Yeah.
Just sit yourself down, relax.
So
Take the weight off your G-string. And, okay, we're back to normal. We've got the mics back to normal, because there was all sorts of jiggly-pokery going on there, making things go out to the left ear and come in your right ear and all that. So, Ben, that was one of yours, that wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Self-penned. How'd you get the inspiration? I'm just starting to learn to play the guitar, but how'd you get the inspiration to actually write music? Because I'm always enamoured by people.
It can come in different ways. Obviously, influence is a massive part of it. So yeah. I listen to a lot of music, different music.
Yeah.
Who are you into?
A massive mix.
Folk?
Yeah, I'm into some folk, blues, rock and roll.
I suppose as
soul, Motown.
As an artist, some people are sort of reluctant to say, well, I'm into that artist, because then somebody goes, oh yeah, you sound like them. But you know.
Yeah, well, no, but to be honest with you, I'll if to name a few, like Paul Simon, John Lennon, Bob Dylan, you know what I mean? But Bob Marley, love Bob Marley. Just there's so many legends and greats, isn't there?
What do you think about all the new sort of generation of like singer-songwriters, the guitarists? Is it John Legend? Is it? And what's the ginger bloke called?
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
What do you think about them?
I'm not too fussed, but each to their own. Like, do you know what I mean? Hats off to them for the songs that they've wrote, reaching the masses.
Yeah, it's a mainstream thing, isn't it? Really, I think there's probably more interest in artists than.
But as for where the other side of the inspiration comes from, writing wise, sometimes it can just come from a song or a riff or a bass line.
Yeah,
it can just appear in your head out of nowhere, and it's almost when you start to develop it, it's almost as if it already existed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's almost as if because I suppose it already did exist.
It's the muse.
It's cosmic.
He's struck by the muse.
Yeah.
The muse of music.
So if you as a musician now, where does a musician go now in terms of if you regard it as a career? I mean, it must be. I would imagine it's difficult now because not many people get signed because
very difficult.
Yeah,
there's not much money in it. I don't think really.
Well, there isn't because
not in mainstream that music. There is obviously lots of money, but if you want to go down more of an indie kind of path.
Is that because there's just so many people doing music now?
Yeah. The competition probably,
yeah, and it's also a lot easier to record yourself, and you don't need a record company.
Well, this is what a lot of people do. Tend to record themselves, set up their own label. But it's
so if you want to have a career, where can you sustain yourself? How do you sustain yourself monetary wise? Where do you get your money from? And is it just purely you make money from gigs, or?
Well, yeah, it's I suppose like if you put your own gigs on, then it's selling tickets, and what you do with that money is entirely up to you. You know what I mean? Whether you use it productively or not. You know what I mean?
And so, do you have a plan where you want to go with things? Or?
Yeah. What I'm doing at the moment is recording all my own stuff, and then once I've got a few demos that I'm happy with, I'll then invest in actually going to a good studio, professional studio, picking the best out of my songs and recording them professionally, and then go looking for a proper band. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Because in terms of the songs, I can record everything myself. In terms of like bass, lead guitar, backing vocals.
But it's kind of interesting to have an input from other people as musicians.
It is, yeah.
So, are you quite open to that, or is it song and that's how it's?
No, definitely open to it. Definitely open to it. But in terms of the bare bones of the song, for now, I'll do everything myself, and then I'll pass it on then to other musicians, and then how they want to sort of
interpret it. Yeah.
I think the whole sort of landscape has changed in the last 20 years with the advent of sort of MP3s and all that type of stuff. I can remember. That's
it. People download music as well now, so there's not as much money in like record sales.
So what you do in that instance, and it's like you.
I think the way to make money is well.
Do you ever think about just selling your songs to someone else who's famous?
Yeah, that is an idea.
That's the real people have sold some like 5 of their songs to bigger artists who are already established.
So many legendary songwriters have done that.
And that's and thinking back on that, really, not with a great deal of analysis, but that's like Carole King and all those started because they were Tin Pan Alley. They sat in a room with a piano, bashed out a song. They probably didn't even do a demo. They probably performed it on a piano to someone, and they go, "Yeah, that's a great song." Taking the cigar out of the mouth, going, "Hey, that's a great song, guy." It's going to sell $1 million, and that's how they made the money. And there's not I'm saying that I don't know what I'm talking about really, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of people in your position. People are always like, "Well, and you just said that I want to record it and I want to get a band together and all that," and really to give you a sort of a sustained career, with money. Maybe it's just selling your songs. Because you're a good songwriter, and it's like, I know it's not you performing, and I know it's like, that's my... That'd be so sad.
But
if I was to give you a check for 70 grand now with that song, would you go, it's my song and it's got to be me performing it, or would you?
No, because I'd obviously go for it, because I'll always write songs, so I'll always get it. Tomorrow I might give that song to someone, and then tomorrow I might have a new song. You know what I mean?
But I think it's
you fall in love with all the same.
It's not always giving it away though. You can license your music.
It can still be under your name.
Well, that's amazing. Well, you still. What I'm saying is, you'll still get paid every time it gets played on the radio, commercial radio station. So. I'm not saying I'm saying basically sell it, you know what I mean? Because it would give you freedom, would give you economic freedom, but you could go and record your own album without having to worry about.
The only thing I'd say is I am a performer, though. I love performing music. You know
I think that's what's lacking in a lot of artists. I think too many people with the advance of technology have thought that, you know, they sound amazing when they don't. It's just technology that makes them sound
auto-tune.
Yeah, and I think people don't pay the dues.
I think the money though is in playing big gigs. So once you're out there, you might scrimp for the first few years once your name's out there, but the real money is from like selling out.
Well, you've got age on your side, because like you're only 22, 23, and I know people who are 42, 52 who are still waiting for that
big
break, and it's like, well, why don't you just enjoy what you're doing, you know, and just look at it like, you know, not as a hobby but as a sort of creative activity.
For me, make it or don't make it. I love doing it, and I will always do it. So it's just,
I think with also selling your songs to other artists, is that the majority of people that make money in the music business at the moment would be fairly mainstream. So you'd almost have to look at your own songs and say, well, how do I make that more commercial? You know? But a strong melody will always out for me. You know, it doesn't matter what genre you write it in, whether you write it jazz. If it's got something, then it'll always sort of stand out.
Okay, let's have a little break for an on-year advert, because we haven't had many of them today. We've been talking too much.
Wieczór dobry. Good evening. My name is Onya Bikevsky, a former Russian Olympic gold cycling medalist, and the inspiration behind the Onya Bike project, based at 4547 Holt Road in sunny Kensington, Liverpool, L7. It is a wonderful place to buy a second-hand bicycle, get your machine serviced or repaired inexpensively, and also we want you, unwanted and unloved bikes, don't take them to the tip, give them to me, Onya, and we will make them whole again for the new people to ride away and love. Open Monday to Friday, 10 to 3, Saturday, 11 to 3, Onya Bike, 45 to 47 Holt Road, sunny Kensington, L7 2PN. Our phone number is 07521 671068. Goodbye, do svidania.
Okay, you're listening to the Daily Croissant with me, Steve Farragher, and Yoga Joe. Say hello, Yoga Joe.
Hello, Yoga Joe.
Hello, Yoga Joe. And also Ben Burke.
Yo.
Ace guitarist, ace songwriter, ace tutor on our Wednesday night sessions. We've got about a dozen people, haven't we, in total?
Yeah.
New ones coming along all the time.
Well.
It's got the Holt Road Guitar Ensemble, as I like to call it. And you get a free cup of coffee and a free cup of tea. And the ladies always bring biscuits, don't they?
Yeah.
Biscuits and cake.
Lovely biscuits as well, most of the time. McVitie's and all that.
Yeah.
Half man, half biscuit.
Half man. He is, actually. Look, he's leaving crumbs everywhere he goes. He was playing the guitar before, and his hand was disintegrating. There's a big pile of digestive dust on the floor.
I'm sure somebody's been rubbing cannabis oil in somewhere this morning.
We were going to talk about cannabis, actually, but I think we were on it. I don't think we have to talk about it. We'll do it next week. The big cannabis debate is not going to go away, because cannabis and Holt Road are synonymous. Okay, Yoga Joe, let's cue. Get me glasses on so I can cue the music. This is your intro music.
Yeah, boss. Get a baby Joe. What are you playing?
Me? That's me with my band. The Upskirts were called. Okay, let's get the proper music on. There we go, we're in the mood.
That's better.
Right, Joe, let me just turn it down a little bit. There you go. Get that raga under control.
It's also got the third man going on at the same time.
Oh, that's my phone. Oh, no, we're going to have to take this phone call. Hello there. Hello there, listener. Listener's gone. Listener's gone. Where are you, listener? Hang on. Let's have a look at. Oh, no. Hello, listener.
Oh, good morning. Don't worry about a thing. Because every little thing is going to be alright.
Is this Bob Marley on the phone?
This is Bob Marley on the phone.
Oh, Kirby's there.
Hey, and we've got all Letitia in the background.
Letitia.
Oh, there's Letitia in the background. She's getting ready.
It's like a family get-together.